What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike, and if you're watching me, I appreciate you. And if you're not watching me, start right now. This whole video, you're going to watch this whole video. And if you don't, just before you leave, hit that button, subscribe, like, and then you never have to show up again. Thanks. Come with me, and you'll see a world of purely thrifted items. Ow! All right, I'm taking you guys in. Taking you guys into my eBay store. Well, I'm still working on it, but I'm going to show you behind the scenes. Here we go. I've moved all of my eBay store out of my walk-in closet, which I was working out of, and into the spare bedroom now. As you see, I have about 320 items. And this is kind of what it looks like right now. A little less than I had at my max, but definitely a lot of items. Over here we got boxes and whatnots, still a work in progress. Then we got death pile stuff over here on the ground that I'm still going through. There is probably, even in these little piles here, rough guess, $1,000 worth of stuff sitting here. Doesn't look like it, but it all adds up. Over the last year, I had built my eBay store up to about 475 items. And I had ramped up and we were selling a ton. And then all the thrift stores decided we're not going to sell good stuff anymore. Thrift stores around here, Goodwill, whatnot, all said, you know what? You're having too much success on eBay. You're finding too much awesome stuff at our stores and making a profit on it. We can't let that happen. So they pulled the plug, which has made me lose some of my gusto, my want to do eBay, because a huge part of the driving factor of why I did eBay, besides the money and whatnot, it was always the unknown of what you might find at Goodwill, sometimes for yourself or sometimes for selling purposes. But the days of walking into Goodwill now and going, wow, like, look at, I found this thing here. Goodwill has it, priced at $1 and I can sell it for $300. Those days are gone. Now you're lucky if you can walk into Goodwill and, find something that's for $5 that you can sell for $7. So it's a big crap hole. And then if you go on their little website, goodwillfinds.com, that's where you find all the good stuff they stripped out of their stores. And people snatch it from there and sell it from their stores now at a premium. I think I'm down to almost like 320 items. So we're getting close to going under 300 items for the first time in a very long time. At one point, I would have been extremely uncomfortable getting this low. But the one benefit I had noticed, besides having less stress of having to find stuff and list stuff all the time, is the least stuff you list, your older inventory that you might be having problems selling, it starts to sell. Ideally, when this room is done, I'm going to have my computer desk in here. I'm not sure where everything's going to go. But I plan on bringing my computer in here, my photo station, and my light. I do have this thing in here for the wardrobe. The clothing that I still have is still in my walk-in closet that I sell on eBay. But clothing has also done that. So I had transitioned over to clothing because it was getting harder and harder to find hard goods. And I switched to clothing, and guess what? I found all kinds of great stuff. About 2 months, I was finding nonstop good clothing. And then all of a sudden one day, it just dried up. I couldn't find anything worth selling anymore. And you're going to say, oh, there's always stuff to find at Goodwill. Yes, but for what I'm looking for. I have specific things I look for, in clothing especially. So the other thing I wanted to stress is anyone that is planning on doing eBay, whether it's part-time, full-time, small, large, whatever, think about when you start out and where you want to go, how much room you're going to need. When you start out, you're literally going to start out and you're going to have like that one box. And you're going to have it sitting in your closet probably, and you're going to work out of that box. When you sell something, you're going to go in there and you're going to grab it. If you keep on doing eBay, you're going to end up having 2 boxes, 3 boxes. Next thing you know, you're going to have boxes stacked on top of each other, all stuck in your closet. And you know what happens then? Every time you sell something, you know where that item is. It's in the bottom box underneath everything. That's just the way the laws work. I didn't make them. That's just how they work. What I have here, if you can see, these are all little Waco boxes. They're from Blaine's Farm and Fleet with their like candies and stuff on them. And these are great. Let me show you one here. So it's got like all the hats and stuff in it. But you see, you can buy these from like Uline and stuff. These are ones I got for free, of course. But they allow you to, keep everything nice and organized, yet separate and also very visible. And you're able to work right out of these bins. Now, you might wonder, do I have like some sort of inventory system? I do. It's called me remembering where most of the stuff is and also just looking for it. The benefit of having a nice small part-time store is, well, this is not everything yet. It's most of everything right in one spot. And some of it just takes a little second to look through it. But if I scaled this thing probably to 1,000 items, I would definitely need to do something different. Maybe not. I don't know. As long as it was all in this one room, I think it would still work. But as you can see, 300 items takes up one full wall of this room. If I were to do more in here, say I wanted to expand my store, I probably wouldn't even put the computer or photo station in here or boxes. I would probably line the room all the way around with these things here. And then even probably right in the middle, put another strip of them. But that's if I was going to scale this thing. I am not in the mood of scaling ever since eBay started to tank people's sales. And on top of that, like we've already discussed, I didn't have anything to scale with really, except for my death pile. But the making money on like eBay and Uber Eats and DoorDash is still there. You just got to keep it, realistic what you're going to make now, because people aren't trapped at home anymore, ordering food constantly to their house, or, hey, I'm bored, I'm just going to go on eBay and just order random stuff with all this free money I got. That'd be a lot of fun. All right, guys, welcome into my room. If you notice, where's it here? I got plastic on my windows, and you're going to say, well, Mike, why are you using this stuff? Why are you using all that? Duct tape. Well, the first year I moved in here, I put the little, double-sided tape that comes with the little seals, the plastic seals that goes on your window to keep the cold air out. And it stuck like a champ all winter, kept the cold air out. Well, ever since then, for some reason, and maybe it was the one I used was just that much better, I don't know. I've used multiple different kits now, and every time I put the plastic on with the kits, within the first 5 days, they've already peeled off my windows. So now I decided to just throw them up there with duct tape, and then I just keep adding more duct tape as we head on through the winter. If it sprung a leak, then I walk over here and I slap on some more duct tape and call it a day. If any of you have any idea how to get the damn tape to stick to my painted drywall, let me know. I would love to know, because my house gets really dang cold and drafty in the wintertime. These windows suck my arsehole. Since we're talking about eBay today, we're going to dive into my numbers, since we haven't looked at any of my eBay numbers in a while. We're still selling stuff. Much slower pace, but we're still selling stuff. And, every little bit of money counts. I look at all this stuff. So I got, let's look at my active listings here. I currently have, survey says, 314 listings. So while that's not a lot, the total amount of my listings is $8,247.18. So look at that. You build up your store so you can kind of have an ability to have a semi-passive income, which is what I've been doing for months now. Ideally, in a perfect world, I would constantly find great new items and just keep on listing it. But let's go over the numbers. We'll let you know how I'm doing, even with the lack of listing and finding items. I still feel this year was a huge success for as much work as I didn't put in. All right, let's look at the chart of sales. So the chart of sales, we'll look at today. Start with today. Today we made one sale for $18.86. The last 7 days we've sold $127.14. The last 31 days, which it's down, and fully my fault. I will not blame eBay for this one, although they're probably at least blamed for a few percentages. Last 31 days, down 29%, and we're at $1,446.94 for the last 31 days. The last 90 days, we're at $5,042.29. And so far for the year, we're at $22,128.98. If you have been following my channel for a while, last year was my first full year basically of doing this. Actually, first year in general doing it. I finished the year at $28,000. That was starting from nothing and then ramping up to the tallest. And then this year we start out where we're at the tallest, ramping down. So it's like Benjamin Button, right? You age in reverse. We're just doing eBay in reverse. We start with everything and we go down to nothing. Going forward, I'm going to be doing probably a bunch of different types of videos. Not because I don't want to do certain videos, but I want to do other videos. So it's getting darker and darker outside, so it's getting harder and harder to give you DoorDash, Uber Eats videos, which I will still do those, but I'm going to be probably transitioning to more in front of the camera in a indoor setting as we head into winter for a lot of my content. Trying to focus, like I said, still on DoorDash, still on Uber Eats. Try to focus a little bit more on eBay and get my store up and bumping again. And then also do just random, sit down videos and just talk about topics and subjects like, hey, holy crap, did you guys see that amazing Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight last night? I did. Actually, to be honest, I watched, I think, the first two fights. And the first one was a little wacky. The second one was actually a really good fight. And then I passed out. And I woke up and I went back on. I turned the Netflix on and I fast forwarded to the end, watched the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. And I was like, holy crap. This is like one of the worst fights I've ever seen in my life. And I love Mike Tyson. I have vivid memories of that guy when I was a kid, just knocking people the F out. And like, if it went past the first round, you're like, dude, what the hell's going on? But last night's fight, and that's what a lot of stuff is out there nowadays, it's all just a money grab. Basically, what Jake Paul and Mike Tyson did was create some content, and people paid to watch it. There wasn't a real fight. There just wasn't. Before the fight even began, you literally have someone in his prime fighting a senior citizen, and then throw all that out. It doesn't make any sense to me that this fight even went on. And I'm getting really tired of the Jake Paul fights, of him pummeling old retired people that don't even box as their main source of income or their career over their years. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I personally think the fighting aspect of it is just lame. It's not even real fights at the end of the day. And then if they are, they're against people that are just horrible. Anyone looking for a real fight, never tune into a Jake Paul fight expecting your childhood boxing hero to knock out the most hated social media person in the world. It's just unfortunately not going to happen. They're all bros at the end of the day too, because they're all making money with each other. Like always, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching the content. Keep on hitting that like button, leaving your comments. But the time has come where I must move on to something less important in my day. And all things must come to an end, especially the good ones, like this video right here. That's coming to an end, like right now. Until next time.
Double your refreshment. Double your enjoyment.
Double the amount of floggings and executions.
Come on and double it, double mint, gum.
There's no single gum like it.